What's up? I'm back. I went home early on my Friday. I wasn't even feeling well at all. I'm super duper tired. Among other things that I go through, I'm losing my voice because of basketball games. Uh, yeah, it's been a long 2 weeks. But the tournament though that we went to, we did lose our first game, so we couldn't place anywhere above um, third place. So we played for fourth place. I believe that's what it was. Yeah. So we did win our next two games because you had three if you had won your second game. Um, and those boys played pretty hard. Uh, I was just yelling out, just making sure they just playing hard. Those kids were tired. It was kind of sucked because one kid didn't make it the second day, and he wasn't able to contribute. But you know, I hope that we're able to do something for him since he wasn't able to show up. Uh, but yeah, that's the end of the season. Um, Hopefully, when the awards ceremony comes around, we'll be able to maybe I'll tell them that they need to make sure they continue their um, exercising and training and doing specific things to help them on whatever sport they want to take part of. And I think it'll be really great for most of them since they didn't have a lot of sporting activities or really anything for the past year and a half, 2 years. So uh, pretty happy actually. Pretty happy about that. I don't know about next year. I haven't really decided anything yet, but I certainly just getting a lot of ideas, especially with the first loss, because those kids that we played, they blew us out of the water pretty much. They're really high conditioned, and they just hustled every single time up and down the court. And their team was pretty big. They had a pretty big pool to just substitute from, so they weren't really gassed the whole time, which is great for them. Uh, we, on the other hand, I think we had 10 kids, but um, I would say at least 5 or 6, maybe 7, are pretty quick up and down the court. Um, and that doesn't help when the other team, really all of them, are up and down the court uh, before us. Not all of us, but at least two out of our three main eighth graders were able to make it back on most occasions. But yeah, that stuff happens. But I know that since the eighth graders are moving on to high school, they're going to be they're not going to be liking the conditioning part. But I think it's really good that they had this experience this year. Um, I didn't get to stay, and I don't think the other team stayed for the awards. But there's no actual prize or anything like that, or a trophy or anything that I know of. Um, but it's mostly just the MVP awards for the teams. I only know of one person that got it on the team. I don't know about the other person, but I know when the award ceremony comes for middle school. That's going to be a pretty great day, at least for them. I know that they really enjoyed playing in general, and I think next year, if they stick with, like, possibly even starting to stick with plays, like pretty much all the time, if they can't help it, that'll really help them being a good or a better basketball player than they are now. 'Cause this year, it's pretty much, for a lot of them, was their first year ever doing it on a school level. So it was a pretty eye-opening and a good experience for not just the players but the coaches too. This is my first year, coach's first year, and he's a lot older than I am, and has had a kid in high school too, and excuse me, he's had 3 kids in high school that I know of. So it's, I think, good experience with us, and then trying to help them. Well, they're learning it faster or slower. They're still getting the information, as opposed to not getting anything, and them just watching stuff on TV or YouTube or wherever they watch, the sports that they want to watch. I hope, though, that when football season runs around, that it actually is going to be a second growing spurt for a lot of them for the next year, because I know it's a little bit of time between now and then, but yeah, I think it's going to be a great season too. I don't have all the videos posted. I didn't even get anything recorded for the tournament this year because there was hardly any room to walk, and it was packed. We were moving. The team was. The players were. I mean, when I was there, it wasn't like I could just sit somewhere and do it. It would have been super challenging, and I think would have probably not helped any of the players or even the coach if I were just sitting right by a camera the whole time. But I think next year, though, if I'm able to be there, I really want to be able to, I guess, do a lot of brainstorming beforehand, because this year was really since it was an eye-opener, it was really all of a sudden, and then I'm like going through a bunch of personal issues and things, and I'm going through. It's not an excuse for anything, but I just think I really was ill prepared. I was not in the right frame of mind the whole time because of going through things. I mean, going through like pain and riding on a bus, that really hinders your thought process. Going there, that's not to change anything, but I think I would have been a little bit more focused and probably had a little bit more things prepared going into the season. But I didn't even know all the kids either, and I think going through what I went through this year, even as I describe it, that in that sense, it was like the best experience ever, and it really would help me for next year if I do that. So yeah, I'm back though. Hope you had a good weekend. Leave a comment if you want to. Talk to y'all later.